What's in this thing? These are really, really good. I'm gonna disregard that you always find an awkward spot to be inside of my house, and we're gonna talk about dinos. The cool thing I like about the strategy is that it can be a control deck, it can be a combo deck, it can be a going second deck. You can say you know what strategy you're going to play against. In this video, we are going to be bringing you an updated Dinosaur deck profile that was used inside of the YCS Summer Cup. Here's a really cool live game involving Dino. It was really, really fun to commentate. Also, if you don't want to be a weird stranger guy that just pops inside of my house and doesn't speak, this isn't Pokemon games. You can post down below in the comment section what is your favorite Dino version and why. So without further ado, let's jump on in. Alright guys, so the Dino strategy, again, is a high variant strategy. There are so many different variants of Dino, but I'm going to be showing you a really spicy version with some cool combos. Starting off with the main board, we run 2 copies of Ultimate Conductor Tyranno and 1 copy of Dino Wrestler Pankratops. Now, if you guys are new to Dino, being able to summon these guys with ease is something that this deck can just do. It is probably your win condition in a lot of your games. Ultimate Conductor Tyranno is the perfect board breaking card, being able to attack every single one of your opponent's monsters or flip them face down, preventing them from going into some critical plays like Link summons, and Dino Wrestler Pankratops is limited on the forbidden list for a reason. It is free spot removal for this deck, and it's a quick effect, meaning that you can summon it at the end of your sequences or attack with Pankratops and then use this effect to destroy a card on the field. One thing that you will notice is the lack of Overtext Quetless in this Dinosaur deck. By no means I think Overtext Quetless is a bad card. I think if you're playing less copies of Animador and Archosaur, you could play more copies of Quetless to suffice. But in this particular variant, since we're playing so many high-powered monsters, Overtext Quetless could be a brick inside of the strategy, so we wanted to reduce the bricks while still being able to play huge combo potential. Next, moving on to the medium-sized dinosaurs, we run 3 copies of Soul Eating Oviraptor, we run 3 copies of Messileniaceras, and then 1 copy of Giant Rex and 1 copy of Tyranno Infinity. Now, I'll be able to explain Tyranno Infinity in a second. The Soul Eating and Messileniaceras are the standard for any Dino deck. It's the reason why the strategy can be consistent. And Giant Rex is the perfect extender card for cards like your Double Evolution Pill, your Ultimate Conductor Tyranno, and your Messileniaceras' Graveyard Effect. Your Tyranno Infinity, oh man, it has been tried and true, not only in the YCS Lockdown Tournament, but also in the YCS Summer Cup. This card must be respected in Dinosaur decks because you can summon it to your side of the field and outright win the game because of it. Anywhere between 2,000 attack, which is still pretty decent, to 10,000 attack, meaning that in simplified game state, you can just one-punch your opponent. Don't sleep on Tyranno Infinity. If anything, try it inside of your main deck. You might like it. Moving forward, we do play 3 copies of Baby Sarasaurus, 2 copies of Petit Pteranodon, 2 copies of Animador and Archosaur, and 1 copy of Drac-Elio. I like to say that this is a combo control deck, but we really want to pop off with our babies. That's why I run so many Animador and Archosaur, and our True King cards can take full advantage of these cards, being able to search us those dinosaur monsters to our side of the field. The thing that I also want to point out is that Animador and Archosaur isn't necessarily mandatory for you to play dinos. If you guys can't afford Animador and Archosaur, it's not the end of the world. Kind of like what happened to dinos. You can cut Animador and Archosaur out of your main board to play Overtext Quetless and possibly whatever else you see fit. But that's going to be pretty much it for the babies. Moving on, we do play the Mecha Phantom Beast O-Lion. It's important for our combo sequences you'll see later in the video. 1 copy of True King Lithosagum, 2 copies of Agnomazet, and that's going to be pretty much it for our Big Daddy True King monsters and our 1 brick. Next is 2 copies of Nemesis Flag and Arch Nemesis Escados. This is actually godly for for the Dino strategy, it provides it another layer of going second, being able to summon Escados to wipe your opponent's board and then prevent that monster from being special summoned until the next turn. And it's also great going first because we have a way to manipulate and the type of a monster on the field to prevent the opponent from playing it on their turn. It's going to be really cool when I show you in the combo, and it's only a 2-card combo. Moving on to the spells, we drop down our field spells to only Dragonic Diagram, Terraforming, and 2 copies of Lost World. One thing that I have realized about the True King engine is that while it is good, you don't necessarily need it. You can even go as far as dropping the Dragonic Diagram and the True King monsters to play more hand traps if you see fit. Moving forward, we do play 3 copies of Fossil Dig and 2 copies of Double Evolution Pill. That's pretty standard for Dinosaur decks. And then we play 2 copies of Call by the Grave to respect the hand traps. Lastly, we play 3 copies of Infinite Impermanence. If you guys cannot afford Infinite Impermanence, Effect Veiler is a pretty decent substitute in this format. But if you guys want to take it a step further, if you guys want to see a budget competitive hand trap video, me giving you guys a budget guide for some of the most popular cards in the meta, then go ahead and give this video a thumbs up and let us know in the comment section. Moving forward to the extra deck, we play 1 copy of True King of All Calamities, 1 Excited Knight, 1 Logia, 1 Dolka, 1 Pentastag, 1 Hulk, 1 Reproducus, 1 Link Cross, 1 Link Kribo, 1 Ravenous Croco Boy, 1 Notoria Beast, 1 Herald of Arclight, 1 Metal Martyr Marcher, 1 Formula Synchron, and 1 Trish. Now there are 2 cards that I want to talk about. The first one is Trishula, Dragon of the Ice Barrier. If you guys prefer to play a different level 9, then that's all possible. But the next thing is the Abyss Dweller. Now you can take out the Ravenous Crocosaur if you guys do see a heavy Graveyard Reliant in your meta, or Graveyard Reliancy. Graveyard Reliant cards, Graveyard Reliant strategies, you get what I'm saying. But I'd strongly advise against it just because it's so much combo that can be pulled off. And speaking of combo, let me show you some new combos that Dino can do that are too strong. Okay guys, so I'm going to be showing you the 2-card combo that can either A, get you 2 cards in your hand on the way to a True King of All Calamities, or you can banish cards on your opponent's side of the field. Regardless, you can end your board on an Ultimate Conductor Tyranno and a True King of All Calamities, all in 2 cards. It's going to require Animador and Archosaur and any baby in hand. I'm going to start off by normal summoning my Animador and using its effect, destroying the baby in my hand to add a Double Evolution Pill, and then the baby's effect to special summon Soul Eating, using the effect of Soul Eating to add a Miscellaneous Saurus from my deck to my hand. Now I'm going to use the effect of Miscellaneous Saurosaurus in my hand, or Miscellaneous Saurus in my hand, which will prevent my opponent from activating cards or resolving card effects that would stop my dinosaur monsters I control. I'm then going to use my Animador and Archosaur for a Link Summon into Link Karibo, and now I'm going to use my Miscellaneous Saurus and my Animador and Archosaur, banishing both of those monsters to spell summon Baby Sarosaurs to my side of the field. I'm going to use my Soul Eating, destroying my Baby Sarosaurs to special summon my Petit Pteranodon, and then I'm going to trigger the next effect of Baby Sarosaurus to special summon a Dracalia. Now I'm going to use the Dirac and the Link Karibo for a Link Summon. We're going to make the Christian Hulk, using Hulk's effect to be able to special summon Mecha Phantom Beast Olion, and then immediately we can use the Christian Hulk for another Link Summon into our Link Cross, which will allow us to special summon 2 tokens to our side of the field. Now the first token plus the Olion can be used for a Synchro Summon into Martial Metal Marcher. We'll trigger the effect of our Martial Metal Marcher to be able to special summon Olion back to our side of the field. And now we'll wrap things up by using the Martial Metal Marcher, 3 plus 2 is 5, plus the Soul Eating for a Synchro 9. We can go into a Trishula, Dragon of Ice Barrier, which can destroy or banish 3 cards on the field, non-targeting, or we can make a Ravenous Croco Dragon, which will allow us to add 2 cards from our deck to our hand. I'm going to make the Croco Dragon this time, as I'll finish up by banishing the Olion, the token, and the Link Cross to be able to special summon Trishula, Dragon Ice of Icy Imprisonment. And now we can use both of these monsters for the Exceed Summon of True King of All Calamities. I can then follow up with Double Evolution Pill. I'll be able to banish a non-dinosaur monster and a dinosaur monster to be able to special summon to my side of the field an Ultimate Conductor Tyranno. And there you have it. In 2 cards, if you decide to play the Synchro 9, you can make a True King of All Calamities and an Ultimate Conductor Tyranno. Now the cool thing about this is that we can take that exact same combo, and if we're playing against a spell heavy deck, we can make a Notoria Beast. Now, players may have asked, how do you make a Notoria Beast in a deck that has no Earth Tuner monsters? It's fairly simple. It's the same way that we lock our opponent out of summoning any monster type we wish, except a little different. Now this time around, we're going to be able to need that Mecha Phantom Beast O-Lion token, so I'm going to use my Hulk right into my Link Cross, which will grant me 2 more tokens. And then immediately, I'm going to use my Link Cross and my Soul Eating for another Link summon into Reproducus. Using both the Mecha Phantom Beast O-Lion and the token, we can actually Synchro Summon into our Martial Metal Marcher to Reproducus points to, triggering both effects to special summon a token to our side of the field, and we'll also be able to special summon a TheCaliEffect. I'll use the effect of Reproducus to turn my Martial Metal Marcher into a tuner, or into an Earth monster, and now my Petite Pteranodon and my Martial Metal Marcher can be used for a Synchro Summon into Notoria Beast. Now the cool thing about this combo is that you can take it a little further depending on your sequencing. We can use the token that was special summon off of the O-Lion and the TheCaliEffect into a Synchro Summon into our Herald of Arclight. Now the only bad thing about this is that Notoria Beast won't be able to immediately activate the effect because Herald of Arclight will banish monsters sent from the deck to the graveyard instead. We can also finish up by activating that double evolution pill. We're gonna banish from our graveyard a non-dinosaur monster and a dinosaur monster to be able to special summon that Ultimate Conductor Tyranno. And the cool thing about this board is that a lot of boards aren't self-sufficient. Ultimate Conductor Tyranno actually has a monster for you to be able to destroy, or you can tribute this off to special summon your Link Creebo, which is even cooler because now you can prevent an attack of a monster. You can use your Ultimate Conductor Tyranno to destroy either or. If your opponent summons multiple monsters, you also have an Omni Negation and a Notoria Beast on your side of the field. Now the last combo I want to show you guys is actually showing you how powerful the Arc Nemesis monsters are. I think that the Arc Nemesis monsters are underrated inside of the Eternity Code set, but I digress. We're getting into how this card combo is going to equal to your opponent cannot special summon monsters of the attribute or the type that you choose. Could be attribute depending on which Arc Nemesis monster you play. In this particular combo, it can be extended in so many different ways, but the most basic way is to have a Nemesis flag and a Miscellaneous Ceres in your hand. I'm going to start off by discarding the Miscellaneous Ceres and then using its effect to be able to special summon that TheCaliEffect to my side of the field. And now I'm going to special summon Nemesis flag by bringing back the Miscellaneous Ceres back into my deck. I'm going to use Nemesis flag to add an Arc Nemesis Escados. And next, I'm going to Link Summon with both the Nemesis flag and the TheCaliEffect into my Kriston Hulk. Hulk will be able to special summon the Mecha Phantom Beast O-Lion, and then Hulk will immediately be used for a Link Summon into Link Cross, special summoning 2 tokens to my side of the field. I'll use the Mecha Phantom Beast O-Lion and the token that is level 1 to be able to special summon Martial Metal Marcher, which will trigger its effect to be able to special summon the TheCaliEffect monster, but more importantly, it will trigger the effect of O-Lion, which will give me a level 3 token. Let me go ahead and get a level 3 dice just to signify. From there, I can do so many different things, but I think I'm actually just going to use the Link Cross and the Martial Metal the Link Cross and the token, my apologies, for a Link Summon into Reproducus. This token in particular was summoned through O-Lion, so it can be used for a Link Summon. On a Reproducus just requires 2 monsters. As you can see in my graveyard, I have 3 monsters with different types, so I'm going to banish the Hulk, the Nemesis, and the Link Cross to be able to special summon Arc Nemesis Escados, and then I'm going to use the effect of our Reproducus to change the Arc Nemesis Escados into whatever type I control. Let's say, for example, we're playing against Adamantipator. I'll declare Rock. The cool thing about it is that I can use its effect to destroy rock monsters on the field. He is a rock monster that cannot be destroyed, but I will be able to prevent Adamantipators from special summoning rock monsters for the next turn. I then can follow up by Synchro Summoning the Martial Metal Marcher and of course that token into a Herald of Arclight. And as you guys can see, this is a bare bones 2-card combo that equals quite a few cards on your side of the field, but more importantly, your opponent can't play Yu-Gi-Oh! Well, thank you guys so much for watching. I really hope you guys enjoyed this dino deck profile. If you did, go ahead and watch one of these videos. They are really exciting and I know you'll enjoy them. I'll catch you guys on the next video.